Hi, I'm Jale. Welcome to my channel. This is going to be a reading for Cancer, all aspects and all the cross-watcher from now until the next Cancerian readings. Remember, this is general, take what resonates and leave the rest. If you feel like this is not for you, check other videos, other aspects, and I'll come back next time to see if I've picked up on what is happening for you. Information is in the description box below if you want a personalised reading. Before we jump into Cancer, I would like to show you something that I would like to recommend. You can also get 10% off this if you are wanting to. The information is in the description box below. With the code JALE10 you get 10% off. This is Nutra Honey, and basically it comes in the form of a stick and you can basically put it in water, but it's also got natural Shilajit resin in it. And if you're at all interested in natural Vedic natural remedies, plant-based stuff, this is really great for your immune system. It's also a good detox agent. It's very good for, again, absorbing like vitamins and minerals, but it can boost your energy too, right? For me, I don't know about you guys, but for honey in the supermarkets, you've got to be very careful. A lot of honey is artificial, and it hasn't got the same benefits. With this, very much so, it's going to give you that boost, that extra kind, especially with everything at the moment. It gives you a suggested recipe on the inside as well, which is good, because again, if you want to mix it up with the kind of, obviously it's tea based, you make it as a tea, but if you want to mix it up, again, they'll give you additional things you can put into it that will just, again, shift that energy, shift it basically. So again, if you're interested, information is in the description box below. There are different, obviously, products on there, but this is the Nutra Honey that I recommend. Again, it's the Shilajit with honey, and again, very good for immune system, good for hormones, good for boosting the immune system as well. All right, Cancerian. Let's see. Cancerian energy, please. What is the situation for Cancerians? What is the situation for Cancerians? Cancerian energy, please. Cancerian energy. Ooh, wow. We've got strength, Leo energy with Page of Cups. After a long wait, someone is deciding to come forward with an offer here. I feel like someone wants to apologise. Someone wants to apologise. I feel like they miss you. If this is a situation where there's no contact, this person could have emotionally disconnected. This could have been a situation where there was a casual encounter that didn't progress past that. Yeah. This person could have been hiding something, didn't want you to know, and so disappeared possibly, and then you're sat there wondering what's going on. This person's on their way back to offer something, to work on something. It's like if you guys, let's say for example, originally hooked up, there was no emotions, or you felt like they didn't care, they were disconnected at the time, so they're coming back and they're going to be emotionally balanced. But also, if this was like casual, it doesn't feel like that. They want to work on it. That I feel like they misjudged it. But there is an apology here. I feel like as well, especially if this person's in another situation or was in another situation, there's going to be some kind of information you're going to hear about here. I feel like they disconnected because they felt like that was the right thing to do, maybe for children. Yeah, they've made a decision about it. Oh wow. Yeah, you're going to hear about all this as well. I think they're going to tell you. I think they're going to tell you how they've come to that kind of decision, basically. Right, what else? Right, what else, please? What else, please? For Cancer. Wow. Again, very fast moving energy here. It's interesting because what I'm picking up is like whatever they thought that they had before all this, they've looked at it from different perspective, and it's not how they're viewing it now in terms of what they were around before. And it's like they're disconnected from all of that. The other thing as well is if they viewed it as a family environment or a commitment, they don't view it like that. But they're actually, especially if this person ghosted, this person's coming back to discuss. They are coming back to talk about this. Yep. Because they're not prepared to move on without this. They're going to admit, there's an admission here. There's an admission of how they feel. They're going to admit how they feel. I keep hearing finally. Yeah. Now, the one thing I will say is I don't think it's going to be immediate. I don't think you're going to sit and hear this and be like, right, let's just organise something now. It's like that's the first part. They're acknowledging where they went wrong is the first part. There's still going to be a bit of time here before this person starts putting movement in. Like Cancer energy, please. Cancer energy, please. Cancerian energy. For YouTube, please. What is the Cancerian energy? Oh wow. Yeah, so if you felt like previously that there was total confusion and or there was no expansion, it was just kind of cut off and off you go, and like you were like, well, what on earth is going on, like you were ghosted, you're going to get some kind of clarity here. There's clarity coming in. What else please for Cancer that we haven't already mentioned? Okay, so there's again some kind of freedom here. Again, you'll be free to discuss things without interference, but also again there was an addictive element to the sort of connection before. That's being kind of diffused, let's say. This person doesn't, I feel like this is uncharted territory for some of them. But there's some kind of an initiation or some kind of, it's like we're going into uncharted territory with some of these people. They don't quite know how to deal with this. They don't quite know how to respond. Maybe they've never been in this type of a connection before. Maybe they don't know what you're expecting, you know. And so, again, once they discuss this, I don't think it's going to be a fluid type of energy exchange. I think it's going to be a bit of a stop-start. I think it's going to be a discussion over time, how this will evolve. I think they'll have a conversation, then you'll take your time, and then it'll be back and forward. Yeah, this person's trying to break away from old mentalities that are just limited. Let me just read. I was going to read something. Let me just see. So it's about shifting the consciousness. But again, it's like this is a new way of them doing things, but their consciousness is shifting here, but they might not be aware of usually how they do things, and it's a new way of doing it, so it's going to take some time. So it's about transcending polarity. So again, it's like the old way of doing things in a new way. It's like they're kind of moving past that. They're also trying to break free of something that, again, is like an old, outdated way of them living. So basically, they're looking at the reality that they're in, and it's because it's polarized. They're trying to diffuse that and kind of transcend it, where they have a view of the future that doesn't sort of become contradictory and create all these battles, because at the moment their old life and their new life are two very different energies. Yeah, it's a very polarized energy. They're trying to build this unification of what they think is right and then your situation with them, but also disconnecting from their other situation. Yeah, it's a transformation from one polarity to unity, basically. So it's not just seeing things in a light or a dark way, it's a unification of both. So it's an integration of your light and your shadow self, basically. So it could have been that this person's gone through a very big shift recently, or you have, maybe both of you have, and it's transmuting all of that energy into one. So it's unity of self, basically. It's like a self-actualization. So this person has good intentions, but again, this paradoxical energy may take some time. It's like their old way of doing things versus their new. It might be a bit contradictory. Yeah. There's also a stubbornness here as well. There's a karmic balance that hasn't been sought either. And again, there's a rigidity. It's like they're used to doing things a certain way, which is why it's not as free-flowing. Yeah. They're trying to find common ground here. And there's a deep polarity in maybe how you're reacting to things. And so they're trying to find a middle ground. They're trying to do that without, and birth a new energy without feeling like they could be abandoned or put in a risky position, basically. That's essentially what's coming through. Cancerian energy, please. Cancerian. So they are, again, there's an imbalance in positive polarity, basically. So they're usually defaulting or have defaulted into a more negative mindset. They're in a parallel type of energy. So they're trying to transmute all of that. Get into a more positive mindset, really. Right, let's see. What else for Cancer? What else for Cancer, please? What else? What have we not mentioned for Cancer? Cancer energy. What else? Spirituality to ultimate experience, trust in the psychic knowledge resulting from indecision. So yeah, Pisces energy and Mercury. So Neptune, right? So obviously we know Neptune's in Pisces at the moment. There's a very strong Neptune energy here, but also Mercury, which is Gemini. So awareness of thought form. So their mind is back and forward, which is why, again, they could have like Gemini, Virgo or Pisces energy around them. Again, 11th house, which is Aquarius. So again, that kind of, again, they could have Mercury either in Pisces or the 11th house, or again, the Pisces could be in the 11th house, something like that, or Gemini could be in the 11th house, where it's harder for them to kind of transition through new things, and your connection might be helping them branch into something totally new, which they're not used to. They might need time to adjust. Right, let's see. What else, please? For Cancer. Yeah, see yourself in nature and challenge your perception. So they've challenged their perception, and it goes against what they resonate with. So it's hard for them to identify, and their identification of self is changing. And also there could be them needing to ground as well. That could be a sign that they need to ground a little bit. Maybe they're a bit ungrounded. Right, what else? Right, what else, please? Okay, so new moon in Aquarius, bring love into the situation and meditate and contemplate. So again, that could be needed, a lot of meditation to connect with them, to themselves. There's an emotional disconnect still. Again, there's an integration happening where they're sort of shifting into a new energy, basically. Let's go with this. Cancer. Anything else for Cancers, please? Anything else for the Cancerians? So we've got take a step back, which again, then we've got inner child healing. So this person could be needing to work on their inner child. which could help transform this, which is probably why they're in a polarity to begin with, if they're in this new energy that they can't quite shift into. And then again, we've got manifestation, so they're definitely in this confused state, possibly. Right, let's see. What else for Cancer? Cancerian, please. What else for Cancerians? Yeah, so there's a deep knowing here that, again, there has to be this shift. Let's see what else. What else for Cancer, please? What else for Cancer? Yeah, so water carrier, humanitarian, balance. Again, it's like they need to come into their balance, basically. And the sword and scale. So what does it say? It says balance, even kill. So their emotional nature is shifting. It's being pushed, and it's like subsiding. It's like the tide in and out. They're in a transitional period, basically, as are you. Person of water, yeah. So they're having an expansion as well within their psychic awareness, and it's taking more discipline for them to remain balanced. Okay. What else? Okay. Yeah. So again, it's a transition period that they're in. They're in this transmutation energy where they're in a bit of a scorpionic energy. What else? Yeah. So again, it's inner child, and again a possible ego death with the line as well. So there's a big shift in their consciousness here. That again, if you're seeing fluctuating energy, that could be why. Right, guys. Hopefully that's been of some help. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your subscriptions. It means a lot to me. Until next time, take care.